give the LMS assessment based on the today's topic, because tomorrow you have to, or today it's also, you can, after the session you can give the LMS part, the second LMS, that is called current account. Current account and credit card also is there. Fine. Am I clear, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, only
Yes,
heard.
sir.
Yes, okay, fine. So we'll wait. Yeah, hi Manas and Moin, are you there in the session? Manas and Moin. Okay. Uh, yeah, we'll wait for another 5 minutes. Let's join the other people also.
अरे हमको एक फिजिकल पर्सनल लोन का फाइल चाहिए हमको.
Yeah, Manish, can you mute yourself? Manish, please mute yourself. Thank you, Manish, for the confirmation. Yeah, Manas, are you there in the session? Manas and Moin? Give me 5 minutes. Let's see, other RMs also should be joined, and we'll start the session. And Manas and Moin, are you there in the session? We'll wait for another 5 minutes and we'll start the session. Yeah, Praveen, can you mute yourself? Praveen, please mute yourself. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation, Praveen. Yeah, Brundaman and Sheikh, you can switch off your cameras. As of now, it's not required. Once the trainer will be in, then we can switch on the cameras. As of now, you can switch off your cameras. Yeah, thanks.
Hello, Rintu sir. Hello.
Yeah, tell me, Vrindavan.
सर ये सेक्शन हम लैपटॉप में कर नहीं पाएंगे क्या अभी?
कर पाओगे, नॉट एन इश्यू. मेल जो किया हो ना, उस कर लो.
ओके 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 ओके.
हाँ.
Hi Rintu. Hi Abhishek. We have joined from the cards product team.
Yeah, hi Manas. Very good afternoon. We are waiting for you only. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Fine. Manas, am I audible? Manas Deka.
Hey, hi Rintu. Hi. I was just
Yeah, hi.
speaking to my teammates.
Yeah, Moin. Yeah, Moin.
Moin
Correct,
will
correct.
not be joining, so a couple of my other
Okay,
teammates will be joining. So I have also
no
asked
problem.
someone from our sales team also to join. Just
Great.
give me a moment. Huh?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, our respective audience, can you please raise your hand, those who have completed today assessment, that is LMS, that is priority proposition, who has completed? Just raise your hand. Pooja has completed, he has confirmed. Okay, Dharamveer, how much you have achieved?
In my LMS, sir.
Sorry?
Just now I have again. Sir, that priority proposition model are not assigned to me, sir.
Yeah, Priya
Vijay
Lakshmi,
Lakshmi here.
just write. Yeah, Vijay Lakshmi, you just write a mail to me and mention your employee code so that we will align you for tagging for the new priority proposition assessment. Write a mail to me along with your employee code.
Sir, in
Yeah.
chat box. Yeah.
No,
Thank
you
you.
just drop. Yeah, Manas.
Yeah. So I was just checking. Do we have two separate links, or because you had sent a couple of links to me, are
No,
those two
this
links separate, or was it the
no
same
same
link?
same link same link.
Acha. I think my teammates are trying to log in, but
You
I
can you
think
can you can forward which link you have joined right now, Manas. You can just forward to your teams, na, so
I
that
have
they
done
can.
that. I have done
Great.
that, but I think it's asking them that someone should allow them. So I'm not
No,
really sure because it's not showing it here.
did they join? Can you check once again?
Let me just check.
Yeah, Bhavna and Dharambi, you can drop your hand, please.
I can see Prasoon has joined, right? Prasoon, you there?
Yeah, Manas, I've joined in.
Great.
Great.
So I'll just wait for into just a couple of more minutes. My other teammates are also joining.
Sure.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, Aritnam. Aritnam, just wait for 2 minutes. That will be starting the session soon. Yeah, how many of you have completed the LMS part? Can you please confirm?
Start.
Just wait for another 5 minutes. We'll start.
Wait.
Okay, Dharamveer, how much you have achieved?
Sir, 40 marks time.
40 कितना मिला? Out of 50 कितना मिला आपको?
Out of 50, 40.
Out of 50, 40. That means 40. If I'll do
80%.
okay, equal 40 divided by 50 is at 80%. Correct. Great. Thanks. Great. Bhavna, how much you achieved?
So out of
Bhavna,
50.
your voice is breaking. Can you repeat once again?
So 46 out of 50.
Very nice. 46. If I'll do 46 divided by 50, that means it becomes 92%. Great. Great. Apart from Bhavna, anyone else who has completed the LMS part, new priority proposition, please raise your hand. I saw so many have have raised the hand as of now. None of them I can see they can raise their okay. Pooja already I have seen you know. I have already discussed with you. You got 82%. Sunil, how much you achieved? What is the marks you have achieved? Sunil, you can unmute yourself and speak to me.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon, Sunil. How much
Yes,
you
sir.
have achieved? What is the marks? Total marks you have achieved?
सर अभी अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाया, मैं 2 बार फेल हो गया तो फिर मैंने कहा बाद में करता हूँ, एक्चुअली विद इन ट्रेनिंग नहीं हो पाया.
तो वेरी केयरफुल हाँ, मतलब 3 अटेम्प्ट ही देगा, उसके बाद एग्जॉस्ट हो जाएगा, फिर टैगिंग करना पड़ेगा. तो टैगिंग के लिए एचआर रेस्पॉन्स कम रेस्पॉन्स देता है कि नहीं करेंगे बोल के बोल देता है. तो बी केयरफुल फॉर द थर्ड टाइम. ठीक है सुनील. शुभम, आपको कितना मिला?
Sir, I tried to see it, but it's not showing marks. It's showing just completed.
It was completed or it was not completed?
Completed, sir.
So what is the total marks you have achieved?
Sir, marks are I'm not able to see.
Sorry, sorry.
We can start. I think my teammates have joined.
Yes, fine, great.
So I'd
Yeah,
request
Shubham,
everyone else to be on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, over to you, Manas. Thanks for the confirmation.
Sure. A very good afternoon to everyone joining in. So today we'll cover from a credit card point of view what and all product suite that we have from an affluent cards point of view. We'll touch base the basic terminologies that we have in the credit card area, credit card space. We will also take you through the product benefits and features and the basic workflow of the how does the credit card application gets processed. My only request would be to everyone is that please be on mute. Whatever queries you have, we can cover it at the end of the session. We have a couple of our teammates from the product team. We have Nandini, we have Gajendra, we have Nishant, and we'll also be having Ritika. So these are the product managers that we have. They will be covering their respective products, and they'll give you an idea of what are the main product features and benefits that we have. We also have a colleague from our card sales team, Prasun. He will be helping us with respect to how does the credit card application journey goes through and what are the various channels that we have, right? So let me just project my screen. One second. Yeah. I hope everyone is able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
So these are the things that we'll cover as I mentioned just a while ago. So first of all, we'll just cover the basic credit card terminologies, right? Before beginning, I hope everyone is aware what does the credit card stand for and why is it important for our customers, right? So the benefits that the credit card offer is quite significant, and using a credit card, the client does not only get the credit period of 50 days, but along with that, he also has the benefit of getting rewards for every transaction that he makes, right? So we have kind of listed down why credit cards are important and what are the benefits that a credit card allows in terms of offers and cashbacks, etc. Credit cards also give us option of basically making flexible payment in terms of EMI options that the credit card allow. Credit card, when you make a transaction through credit card, it basically records all your transactions in the form of a detailed credit card statement, which gets triggered to the client in the form of soft copy through email and also in the form of a hard copy to his registered the mailing address, right? So this statement not only allows customer to track his transactions and purchases, but also lets him know that what kind of cashbacks or what kind of reward points that he is getting for the transaction that is making, right? So moving ahead, we will cover the basic terminologies. First of all, the credit card, when we say about credit card, there are obviously charges associated with credit cards. The first charge is basically in the form of a joining fee or an annual fee. So joining fee is nothing but it is basically when a customer applies for a card and basis the product variant that he's applying for, the customer is charged the joining fee, right? This joining fee is basically for the first year, and the annual fees is basically from the corresponding second year that the card owner has to pay. Uh, Here, I'd like to cover that obviously the joining fee and annual fee varies from card to card. And from an Axis standpoint of view, we do have a product proposition wherein we allow uh, a first year joining fee credit card also to our priority customers, which is a privileged credit card. So the privilege credit card as a proposition is being given as a first year fee card to all our priority segment cardholders. And similarly, we also have another card variant, which is your select credit card. And that select credit card is given as a first year fee, as a lifetime free card to our burgundy segment clients. So these two proposition uh, are there for our priority and burgundy set of clients, wherein we are giving your joining fees as nil and lifetime free credit card in terms of select credit card. Yeah, someone is trying to say something.
हेलो सॉरी सर इमेज नहीं दिख रहा है मतलब कोई स्लाइड नहीं दिख रहा है मेरा में।
1 second.
हेलो
Is it visible to everyone or only one
Hello?
person is not able to see?
It is visible to me, Manas.
Okay, okay. I think there's some issue, Arindam. I think you'll have to log out and log in again.
Okay.
I think the rest of the people are able to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was in the joining fees and annual fees part. Apart from the
Sir,
joining fee,
sorry to disturb you, sir. Can you can you increase the size of the font, sir?
sure,
So
sure,
that
I'll do. Let me just again project it again. 1 second. I hope this is better.
yes, sir. This is better.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so I was covering the joining fee and annual fee part. Apart from the joining fees, annual fees, we also have other charges like interest fees, your EMI charges, your late payment charges, other limit fees, over limit fee, etc. Right. So these are all things we'll cover as we go through the slide. So the first charge that we wanted to cover is your the interest rate, right? So typically, the interest rate hovers from 3 to 4%, between 3 to 4% interest when a card customer is not making his payment on his due date. So this is the charge which gets basically it gets basically attracted to the client's statement, and and depending on whatever is the charges, he has to make the payment. There are other kind of charges like your we also have late payment charges. If a client is not making the payment on his due date, then there are late payment charges which also gets attracted to the client's credit card statement.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. सर स्लाइड नहीं शो हो रही है सर
Sorry.
स्लाइड शो नहीं हो
Sir,
रही
it's
है स्लाइड
visual,
नहीं आ
sir.
रही सर बिल्कुल भी नहीं आ रही स्लाइड
I'm not sure if
No,
it's
sir.
a problem with everyone or.
No, sir, it's visual, sir.
I would
It's
request
visible.
whoever is not able to see to log out and log in again. I think there is some issues of network at your end. So yeah, so I'll continue. So yeah, so these were the charges which are associated with a credit card, and apart from this, we will cover the other aspects like outstanding balance. So what exactly we mean by when we say outstanding balance? So basically, it is nothing but whatever is the credit limit a client is holding. Suppose the credit limit is of 1 lakh and the client is using his credit card for 20,000, then 20,000 is the outstanding balance on that particular card. So the remaining balance, which is your 80,000, is what the client will be able to use. But in order to use the remaining, the earlier 20,000, he has to make the payment of that particular 20,000. So here is kind of given an example that if a customer is making a purchase of 500,000 and 1,500, which sums up to 3,000, the outstanding amount for that particular client will be 3,000 rupees. And obviously the credit period, when we talk about it, is the credit free period, basically, it is around 50 days. The next thing is your payment due date. Payment due date is nothing but where the client needs to make the payment of the outstanding amount, which he owes in order to repay the credit card dues. So as we mentioned that if a client is not making the payment on his due date, he will be charged with interest fees. He will be also charged with late payment fees and any other charges, whichever is applicable. Moving ahead, we have a concept of minimum payment due, which is also called as MAD, minimum amount due or minimum payment due, which is basically the minimum amount which the client needs to pay for the previous credit card cycle. So normally this minimum amount due is usually 5% on the outstanding amount. And here you've kind of shown it through an example wherein if the outstanding amount is 3,000 rupees, the minimum amount due will be 5% of the 3,000 rupees, which is your 150 rupees plus the taxes. So here, this is the facility which is given to the client that if he does not have the entire funds available to make the payment for the entire outstanding amount, he also has a provision of paying the minimum amount, which is a much lesser amount, right? So in this example, instead of making a 3,000 rupee payment, he has an option of making 150 rupees as a payment. So this will, if the client is making this payment, obviously this will not impact the CIBIL score of the client, right? But however, if he fails to make a payment of the MAD, there will obviously be an impact on his CIBIL score, right? So this is another way of allowing clients to basically pay his dues through the MAD and not impact his CIBIL score. The next point that we wanted to cover is how do we make the payment of the outstanding payment. So there are multiple ways the client can make the payment. Obviously, we have our Axis Bank mobile banking app through which the client will be able to make his payment. He can also do the payment through our internet banking, which is our online banking page, and go to his credit card section and make the payment. There are other ways also through other apps, through a Paytm, through PhonePe, etc., wherein client can make a payment by doing an UPI transaction. There are physical ways of also doing a payment, which normally the client doesn't do. We don't see doing them often nowadays because everyone is using an online mode of payment. But there are ways of making the payment at the branch also through a check or through DD, etc. Also, just to give you an example, when we say about credit cards, normally we see that there are two network partners, which is your Visa and your MasterCard. We also have GroupPay, but usually it's Visa and MasterCard. So these are nothing but these are our network partners, right? And usually there is no change in terms of product features and benefits across the network partners. Moving ahead, these are certain self-servicing modes which the client can use for making use of his credit card. So the first point which might come to a client's mind is that what does he do in case if his card is stolen, right? So the way the first way of for the client in order to react to this is that he should immediately block his card. And how does he block his card? He can basically do it by himself through the mobile banking app. or call up our phone banking team in order to help him block his card. Right. I would request, I think someone is speaking. Surya Kanta, can you be on mute, please? Yeah, thank you. Right. So, so this is the way the client can basically report for his lost card through calling the phone banking team as well as by doing it himself by logging into his mobile banking app. So in credit card, we also have something called as auto debit, which is basically nothing but a mode of automatic payment for his credit card dues. So the client can basically set up auto debit in order to not remember the due dates so that he does not miss his due dates for payment. By enabling the auto debit, whenever his due date will come, whatever is the outstanding amount, same will get deducted from the bank account associated. Right. So this is kind of a way which is kind of easier for the clients to not remember the due dates and make the payments on time. The path is mentioned here. He can enable the auto debit by going through this path. The quick link section, then credit card, control center, auto debit, and payment reference. Similarly, for setting up the PIN, whenever the card is delivered to the client, the first thing that he needs to do is set the PIN, right? So in order to set his PIN, this is the path which is mentioned. The client can enable his PIN through easily by himself by logging into mobile banking app, then going to the quick click section, then moving to credit card section, control center, and then set his PIN. Client can also do the same by basically using the ATM, the Axis Bank ATM. He will be able to see the option of setting PIN, and through that he will be able to set this credit card PIN. There is also something called as digital unboxing that we allow our Axis Bank cardholders. It is basically when the client logs into the card section within mobile banking app, he will be able to see a digital unboxing section there. And once he goes there, he will be shown the various steps to set up his PIN by using his mobile number and through which the PIN will be set for the client. This digital unboxing scan option is also present in the welcome kit, which is sent to the client. Uh, Basically, welcome kit is a kit which is sent through which the card is delivered to the client. It contains a leaflet, it contains a letter, and in the welcome letter, the various features, benefits, fees, charges are mentioned, along with the digital unboxing scan option. Right. The next thing that we wanted to show is your how does a client can activate his e-statement or basically view his credit card statement. So the paths are mentioned here. He can log into his mobile banking, quick links, again going to the credit card center, to the control center, and then activate his e-statement. Similarly, for viewing the statement also, there is an option of view statement through which the client will be able to view the statement, wherein he'll be able to see the credit card transaction that he has made. So we had kind of covered your basic terminologies as well as the self-servicing available for our cardholders. Now moving ahead, we will cover the basically the credit card application journey and the various channels that are available for sourcing the card. So before Prasun takes up, I would like to just cover for a brief here. So as you must be aware that there are various steps uh, involved when a customer is applying for a card, right? First comes your the application which the customer needs to fill up, and we have multiple channels in order to for the customer to apply for a card. So just to differentiate here, there is a way for the RMs to directly source a credit card for a client through the Siddhi app. So you must be aware that we have a app called a Siddhi app, which is kind of a one-stop solution for our RMs, wherein he can basically track and all the customers which are mapped under him. And there are also options of cross-selling and sourcing cards and other products to the clients directly. So instead of approaching a credit card salesperson, the RM can directly source a credit card to the client through Siddhi app. So currently, in Siddhi app, we only upload the pre-approved base. So pre-approved base has an advantage over a non-pre-approved base is that the various steps like document collection and your VKYC, etc., need not be taken because it's a pre-approved base which has been released by the policy team. So the advantage is that the card approval rate in a pre-approved journey is significantly higher when you compare to a non-pre-approved journey. So typically we see that through Siddhi channel, whenever a card application is passed on, there's an approval rate of around greater than 90%. And the same when you compare with our usual channel, which typically happens through a device, a physical device, which our credit card team uses, that hovers around 70 to 80%. So obviously there's an advantage when you are sourcing your credit card through Siddhi app. The typical TAT of the entire card from a card application to the dispatch is your 7 days. This is the usual TAT that we communicate. Obviously, there are many instances where the card gets delivered on the third day or the second day also. Right. So the journey continues like this. Like we have our application channel through whichever channel the client wants to apply for the card. The second process or the second step which is involved here is that once the application is passed on, it goes to our underwriting team, right? So the underwriting team basically does all kind of checks in terms of the CIBIL check, in terms of your all other checks that are there, and basis the policy and basis those CIBIL checks, etc. The underwriting team decides whether the card needs to be approved or declined. Once the card gets approved, then it gets passed on to the embossing team, wherein the card printing, etc., is done. And post that, it is dispatched to the delivery address, which is mentioned by the client. There are multiple checks. So the basic checks are in terms of age, income, and documentation. The age limit, which is there present for our access cards, is similar to whatever is there for other players as well. The minimum is your 18 years and the maximum is 70 years. The income obviously depends, the income criteria depends on whichever product that the client is applying for, but typically it is between 6 lakhs. It starts from 6 lakhs for our affluent cards. And the documentation, in terms of the documentation that is needed for non-pre-approved customer is your PAN card, is your payslip, and in terms of residence proof, we basically collect any one of the following: passport, or it can be a ration card or electricity bill, etc. So here I would like Prasun to come in. If Prasun, I think Prasun will be the right person. So he's from our card sales team. He will be able to give us a much more in-depth view about how does it happen. Prasun, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Thank you, Manas. I think, Manas, you have in brief covered what is the Siddhi looks like. So there were two ways how we process the application, right? How we process the card is one is through Siddhi app, which Manas just discussed, right? Through the app, you can there are pre-approved customers which are already mentioned, right? Every customer would be pre-approved for a certain card, right? So once you speak to the customer and if the customer is convinced, right, the Siddhi journey takes over, right, through the app itself, and where where the C1 ID is generated, which is the reference ID, right? After you do the link is sent to the customer for verification purpose, and once the customer approves the link which has been sent to him, and post that the C1 ID is generated, and the card is approved in just couple of days, right? And the approval rate, I think Manas has just discussed, if you do it through Siddhi, it's almost 90% and above. So because they are pre-approved customers in the list, right? There is a second way how we do business is there is something called BOID, which is bring your own device, right? And this BOID app is available with the executives of the credit card executives who are located in the branches, right? So the process is very simple, where the application is logged in through the app of these executives who are located in the branches, and post that application and if the customer is non pre-approved, then the case moves on to the audit part, where where there is a check if every documentation, if the income is falling in place or not, if the KYC is falling in place or not. So post that check, it becomes dip okay, right? And if it is a dip reject, then it comes as a rework, where it comes back to the executive, and where the executive again needs to correct whatever is required by the dip team. And post that, once the dip okay is done, the case moves to underwriter stage, right? Where there are which is the CTL process, where there are where there are certain checks which is on the background which happens, where the verification happens, of course, on the residence address and the office address. Then there is a fraud check which happens at the back end. So post these checks, the card, the decision is taken by the underwriter whether the card needs to be approved or whether the card needs to get declined. And then the card moves to the new card generation team, where the embossing is done and the card is dispatched. So this process normally takes around 7 working days, which Manas has already discussed, right? And the BOID process can be done, though it is being done by the credit card executive, but the cross-sell ID, which normally all of you have the ID of yours, that ID is put of the RM. So the RM gets the benefit of the cross-sell, right? So when the credit card is approved, the RM gets the benefit of the cross-sell ID. So both the process, whether it's the customer is pre-qualified where we do not require any documents, right, can be done through BOID, or even if the customer is non-pre-qualified and it the RM as per the card but has the income document, right, and does qualify for a product, right, he can apply for the card, and the usual process takes place, which I just discussed, which is the dip process. Post the dip process, there is an risk check, there is an underwriting check, and all these things, and then the card is decisioned within 7 working days. So these are the main two process. So the CTL process takes care of the approved and declined, right, where the cards are all approved and where the cards are all declined. So every every RM would will have a credit card pre-approved base with them, and a non-pre-approved base. So pre-approved base, where you do not require, I told you, you do not require any kind of income document, and the card is directly approved. Just the underwriting check happens and the card is approved. Where in non-pre-approved, there is the income check which happens, then the case moves into underwriting, and then the card is approved, right? And so these two processes are there, where you can do it from Siddhi and where you can do it from BOID. And also, just why I wanted to cover that one small thing, that every RM would get the more the card they do, there is something called an OCS point which they will be getting per card they do. So every card they do, there is an OCS point around 15 to 20. It varies. Some card there is a OCS point of 50. Some card there is an OCS point of 10, 15, 20, 30, depending upon which card the RM is doing. And basis that they can meet the OCS target, which is aligned to each and every RM. during the year, and month on month they can do credit cards and achieve the OCS points also. So in brief, this is how the process is all about. For the credit cards.
Thanks, Prasan. Thanks a lot for that, sir. So rightly mentioned that so in terms of the incentives which are associated with every RM. So once you sell a credit card, there is a OCS point involved with each variant of card that we sell, and it varies, or it is basically from starting from 10 to it also goes up to 50 if a higher variant of card is sold. So primarily there are two ways. One is, as mentioned by Prasun, that we have a pre-approved base and a non-pre-approved base. For pre-approved base, there are no income documents, etc. Needed, and this pre-approved base is mapped to the RMs. They have a pre-approved base of every month, which is uploaded through Siddhi, and the RM can basically process these cases, credit card cases, for their respective customer base, and basically source the credit card. Apart from this, we also have the BYOD process, which is basically a tablet, and this cannot be done by the RM directly, but the RM can basically pass on the lead to our credit card sales team, and by using this device, the tablet process, they'll be able to give the respective clients whichever card variant they want. So I think that's it from a credit card application workflow point of view. We will be moving ahead now.
सर एक डाउट है.
Yeah. Is this Raju Kumar?
Yes, sir. हेलो सर एक क्वेश्चन था कि अभी एक हफ्ते पहले सर मैंने मेरे पोर्टफोलियो में कस्टमर थे, उनका सिद्धि के थ्रू प्री अप्रूव्ड ऑफर नहीं था वो टाइम, ठीक है? तो मेरे साथ जो क्रेडिट कार्ड का एग्जीक्यूटिव गया था, वो बंदे ने मोबाइल बैंकिंग ऐप से अप्लाई नाउ में जाके क्रेडिट कार्ड का अप्लाई किया, तो वहाँ पे सेलेक्ट क्रेडिट कार्ड उसका दिखा रहा था सर, तो वहाँ पे उसने सर अपना कोड डाला, तो मेरा कोड नहीं डाला, तो क्या वो सर क्रेडिट फिर मेरे को मिलेगा, क्योंकि वो मेरे पोर्टफोलियो के कस्टमर थे? 2 कार्ड कह रहे थे सर सेलेक्ट कार्ड, तो वो कंफ्यूजन है क्योंकि सर वो उसने अपना कोड डाला था।
Prasun, is there a provision of entering the RMID in our IPA channel as well?
Yes, there is the cross-sell ID needs to be added. So once the cross-sell ID is added in the MB, I think he's done an MBSTP, right?
Yes sir, मोबाइल बैंकिंग से किया था सर।
हाँ, तो मोबाइल बैंकिंग में there is a thing where you can add the cross-sell ID. So I don't know if he's added the cross-sell ID or not. The cross-sell ID would be of the RM.
ओके, तो उसको ही नहीं मालूम होगा सर, उसने एक ही कोड डाला था, मैंने उसको बोला था मेरा कोड नहीं आएगा, तो उसने बोला मोबाइल बैंकिंग में एक ही कोड आता है, एक ही कोड आएगा।
हाँ, तो मोबाइल बैंकिंग में आप जब करोगे तो क्रॉस सेल आईडी needs to be put of the RM, right? The person can do a CRM later and get the benefit out of it. So the mobile app में आप जब करोगे तो मतलब the cross sell ID has to be yours.
ठीक है सर, और बाकी उसको जो है क्रेडिट कार्ड का एग्जीक्यूटिव होगा, उसको CRM में एंट्री डालनी पड़ेगी सर।
हाँ, obviously in order to get the benefit.
ठीक है, उसने मेरे को उल्टा बोला। कोई बात नहीं सर।
Raju, so so just to continue from where we from where Prasun ended. So basically, I think looks like that आपके पास customer जो भी map थे, they might not be having a pre-approved offer. That is why it is not showing in Siddhi. But yeah, as you mentioned that there are other ways of sourcing it as well through the mobile banking app, which is basically the MBSTP channel. So MBSTP के channel के through customer, even if he is a non-pre-approved, he can apply for any card. Yeah, someone else was also asking something.
Yeah, Manas, I just want to know, अगर कोई application reject हो जाता है तो उसका status कैसे पता चलेगा कि for what reason it has been rejected?
Yeah, so obviously we have a separate link also through which by entering the, as we mentioned that at the end of the application journey, there is a C1 reference number or a MLP reference number which gets generated. So ये
Okay.
reference number enter करके you can obviously track. So we have kind of given a link through which it can be tracked, whether it's declined or whether it's success and whether the card has been delivered or not. So by tracking through this particular link, you will be able to track the status of the card application.
वो लिंक का डिटेल्स आप जरा शेयर कर दीजिए क्योंकि कस्टमर को मैसेज आता है कि एप्लीकेशन हैज बीन रिजेक्टेड सो ही इज आस्किंग मी फॉर व्हाट रीजन इट हैज बीन रिजेक्टेड
Correct. So currently Siddhi ke through when you do it, you will not be able to track the end-to-end process, but
नहीं ये
we
सिद्धि
are
के
kind
थ्रू
of
भी नहीं था इस
yeah,
बार
yeah,
इट
no
वाज
issues.
BYOD प्रोसेस
Correct. So obviously the way to know is that you will have to approach that particular card sales person. He will be able to help you. But there is a separate link as well. Just pay through by entering the reference number, you'll be able to track the status.
ठीक है बिकॉज मैं इंक्वायरी किया कार्ड सेल्स मैनेजर से वो बोला ही गेव मी अ लिंक सेइंग दैट CCMIS सेल्स उसको मेल करो तो यू विल गेट टू नो समथिंग लाइक CCMIS sales
Yeah. Correct. So I think that is an offline way of doing it. But yeah, so I think the right person will be कि जिस बंदे को भी you have given the lead, he should be able to help you with the particular status.
मतलब उस बंदे को ही नहीं पता है ना वो उसने मुझे बोला कि आप ये हमारे पास एक्सेस नहीं है ये सब बैकएंड का तो यू हैव टू सेंड अ मेल टू CCMIS सेल्स करके कुछ मेल आईडी है उसको मेल करने के लिए बोला
Yes. So you can follow that. And obviously, as soon as you apply, that same day itself आपको status नहीं पता चलेगा because there are certain
नहीं 7 days हाँ 3-4 days लगा
Correct. But after that, they should be able to tell you the status of the card.
Okay. And second question, what is the process for applying the add-on cards?
Yes, so currently, I think add-on as a process, we have kept it on hold.
Okay.
So because of certain RBI guidelines coming into place. So currently, जो हमारा process था, that is currently on hold. Yes, there are exceptions and deviations that we take. उसके लिए अलग steps हैं. But for now, I think we have stopped the process.
Add-on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we enable it, we will obviously inform all of you guys.
Okay. ठीक.
Yeah, so I would request if you could take up the questions at the end of the session. We will now start off with the various product suite that you have in terms of affluent cards. The slide that we are presenting here is kind of giving a comparison with the top issuers that we have and what are the various products or the various cards that we have in terms of both retail and affluent. So retail cards, when we say it is basically from for a mass segment, which starts from around 250 to and it goes up to 1,000 rupees. And our affluent cards starts from 1,500 fees and goes up to even 50,000, right? So this slide basically tells us that how are we comparing with the top issuers that we have in terms of HDFC, ICICI, SBI, and you can see that across co-brand, across affluent, how Axis stands with respect to the other players that we have. So during our slides, when we cover each product, we will also be showing you the competition benchmarking, and that will kind of give you a better idea of how each Axis card stands against the other issuers that is there. So this is the product suite of affluent cards. We have Vistara co-brand card. We have the affluent cards basically starts from Privilege, which is around 1,500 price point. Then we have our Select card, which is around priced at 3,000. Then we have our Atlas and Vistara, which is priced at 5,000. Vistara obviously has three variants. And we also have Reserve and Burgundy Private. So Reserve is basically only for, it is not applicable for open market customers. It is only based on invite basis.
Right.
So now we will cover each variant. So the first variant that we wanted to show you guys is, we'll start off with Vistara. And I would request, we have Nandini who manages Vistara. So I'd request Nandini to take up from here. Nandini,
Yeah.
you there?
Yeah, thanks, Manas.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nandini and I manage the Vistara card. So I'll just give you a brief overview about the product that we have. Vistara offers three variants with Axis Bank. So the first one is the Vistara Platinum variant, which is for 1500. So when you pay the 1500 fee joining fees, you get the welcome benefit of one economy class ticket and one base membership along with the um, fee payment. Similarly, in one anniversary year, as you keep on making spends, there are certain milestone benefits that you get along with the card. So if on Vistara Platinum card you spend 1,25,000, you'll again get a economy ticket. On 2,50,000 spends, you'll again get a economy ticket, and on 6 lakh spends, you'll again get a economy tickets. So in a card anniversary year on Vistara Platinum card, you can earn up to 4 economy class tickets. Another thing that comes with Vistara card as an activation benefits is that when you activate the card and when you spend rupees 50,000 in the first 90 days of the card application date, you get 1,000 CV points on achieving the activation benefit. Now the setup of the card is such that on spending every rupees 200, you get 2 CV points, and lounge benefits are 2 per quarter. Club Vistara base membership you get along with the fee payment only, along with the one economy class ticket, and you get easy diner benefits, which is 25% off up to rupees 800. Yearly fees is 1500. For the Vistara signature, you get one premium economy class ticket, and the fees for this is 3,000 rupees. So in here, the milestone benefits include you get up to uh, 4 milestone tickets on Vistara cards in a card anniversary year on just milestone benefits. So for you receive a ticket when you achieve 1,50,000 spends, then 3 lakhs, then 4,50,000, and similarly 6 lakh rupees. Here, the activation benefit is such that when you spend 75,000 from the first 90 days of card application date, you get 3,000 CV points as a benefit. And on spending rupees every 200, you get 4 CV points credited in your Club Vistara account. Lounge benefits is the same for this card as well, 2 per quarter. And you get Club Vistara Silver membership along with this card. Similarly, Easy Diner benefit is same as for the Vistara Platinum card, and the yearly fees is rupees 3,000. Now moving on to Vistara Infinite card. Here, upon fee payment, you get one business class ticket and one gold membership. So here the milestone spends you get on spending 2,50,000 you get ticket. On spending 5 lakh, 7.5 lakh, and 12 lakh in a card anniversary year, you get up to 5 tickets. Here, the activation benefits on spending rupees 1 lakh rupees in 90 days, you get 10,000 CV points. And on spending rupees every 200, you get 6 CV points credited in your CV account. Lounge benefits is again the same. Club Vistara, you get the gold membership with this Vistara Infinite variant. And here, the Easy Diner benefits grow. You get 40% off up to rupees 1,000, and there's also birthday program running where you get 50% off up to rupees 3,000 and more. There's a detailed ANC for this that can be visited, and the yearly fees is rupees 10,000. Moving on. Manas, can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah. So these are the 3 card designs, and for the Vistara Platinum card, which is the purple design one, burgundy one. This is for 1,500. Annual fees is also 1,500. Interest rate is same for all the 3 cards, and there's no card replacement fee that we charge customers. Next slide. So yeah, these are the product features and benefits, and these are the requirements that a customer need to fulfill to be able to apply for the card. Uh, Next slide. Yeah. So this is same for as Vistara Platinum. Eligibility criteria for ETB NTB customers 50K and 6 lakhs rupees ITR. Eligibility criteria is same for all cards, and the benefits are listed as they were in the previous slides. Next slide. For the Vistara Infinite card, these are the documents and everything required. And again, this benefits are mentioned as similarly mentioned before. Next slide. This is the product benchmarking. We've compared the Vistara, Axis Bank Vistara card with other two cards. So now we charge 1,500 rupees for the Axis Bank Vistara card, and Club Vistara has also a co-branded card with SBI, which is for 1499. And ICICI has a card called Intermiles Coral, which is for 1,250 joining fee, and the annual fee is same for all the three cards. Now, the welcome benefits for Vistara credit card we've already discussed. You get one economy class ticket, one-way base fare waived. This means that your base fare is waived, but you'll still have to pay the taxes. And the complimentary Club Vistara base membership you get along with the welcome benefits. On the Club Vistara SBI card, the benefits are same as for our card with Vistara. For the ICICI Intermiles Coral card, you get 2,500 Intermiles and flight discount voucher of rupees 250. Hotel discounts voucher are also provided on this card. Moving on to the milestone benefits, for milestone benefits, it's the same for Vistara card, and for the Club Vistara SBI card, you get 1,000 CV points if you spend 50K in first 90 days. One economy class ticket on spends of 1.25, 2.5, and 5 lakhs. We give benefit on 6 lakhs on achieving milestone spend. They give on 5 lakh rupees, and they give one Yatra hotel voucher for rupees 5K at rupees 5 lakh. On the ICICI card, when you accumulate a maximum of rupees 4 lakh miles against spends in one anniversary year, there's an upcapping fee of rupees 7,500 for every additional miles. Other privileges on Vistara Platinum card include two domestic lounge access, Axis Bank Easy Diner benefits, and extraordinary weekends. The other benefits on SBI card is one domestic access per quarter, SBI card standing dining program. And for the Intermiles Coral, the benefits are ICICI Bank Culinary Treats program. They give up to 25%. They give 25% off up to rupees 100, and this offer is on Book My Show for twice a month. Next slide. Yeah. So the Vistara signature, there are a couple of competitors in the market. So on Axis Bank Vistara card, the joining fees is rupees 3,000, and similarly on the Club Vistara SBI card, it is 2,999. For the HDFC card, the joining fee is an annual fee is 2,500, and for the Citibank Premier Miles card, it is 3,000. ICICI card Intermiles Rubix charges rupees 2,500. Looking at the
Yeah,
welcome
Nandini.
benefits, we've
Yeah, Nandini.
uh,
So I think you can just cover what are the key features in terms of what do you say, from a competition standpoint of view, how does Axis Bank Vistara card differentiate? I think
yeah,
anyways we'll be sharing the slide, so they'll be able to
okay,
see the competition benchmarking. But I'd
okay,
request just for time sake point of view, to just cover the what do you say, the differentiating points, so
yeah,
that
yeah,
it's
sure.
easier.
Okay, so for the Vistara signature card and on our card, we provide one premium economy ticket, which is also provided by on SBI card, and the welcome benefits are same. Milestone benefits we give on 1.5 lakh rupees spends, 3 lakh, 4.5 and 9 lakh rupees spends, whereas they give on 8 lakh rupees spends and one Yatra hotel voucher. They give additionally on 10K worth rupees 10K on 8 lakh rupees cards. Other privileges that are provided on our card but are not provided on other cards are the 3 complimentary golf rounds that we give in one year, and the Axis Bank Easy Diner program. Extraordinary weekends is also one key proposition provided on our cards. We can discuss now Vistara Infinite. Next slide, please. Yeah, so for the Vistara Infinite card, we have the joining fee and annual fee of 10,000, which is same as HDFC Infinia, and Amex charges joining fee of 5,000, but the annual fees is for 10,000. And IndusInd Intermines Odyssey cards has 10,000 joining fee and annual fee 4,000. So the one key feature that is provided on Vistara Infinite card is the business class ticket, which is a great benefit provided on the Vistara Infinite card, and the complimentary Vistara Gold membership, which is another key proposition. On HDFC Infinia, there is complimentary Club Marriott membership and 10,000 points on fee payment. So here the milestone benefit on our cards, as previously discussed, is provided on 2.5 lakh spends, 5 lakh, 7.5 lakh and 12 lakh in one card anniversary year. So this gives a lot of opportunities to customer to spend and keep on gaining the tickets. The HDFC Infinia gives fee waiver on spends of rupees 8 lakh, and no milestone benefits are provided on the IndusInd Intermines Odyssey card. Other privileges include the Axis Bank Easy Diner, the Extraordinary Weekends, which also provides airport concierge services, meet and greet services, which gives an enhanced customer experience. Golf privileges are also provided on this card. So yes, this is for the Vistara Infinite as well.
Thanks, Anthony.
This
Thanks
Vistara
for
Infinite has meet and greet offer.
We provide airport concierge services on Vistara Infinite. Yes.
Okay, and this CV points has to be redeemed. How to redeem that? Only through air tickets or through any vouchers or anything?
CV points can be redeemed by logging into the Vistara website, and yes, they can be redeemed in terms of flight vouchers only.
Okay, CV points were only through Vistara website only. The CV
Yeah.
points redeem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santosh. So basically, Vistara, Axis Bank Vistara is our co-brand card, right? Which we have kind of tied up with Vistara. So obviously, those CV points you'll be able to use only for booking your Vistara flight tickets.
Vistara flights. Okay.
Right, right. So this competition benchmarking is just to show you that how our cards stack up against the other issuers that are there in the same price range. For Vistara, obviously, we had three variants, which started from 1,500. Then the second variant was at 3,000, and the premium variant is your Infinite, which is at 10,000 rupees. So across all the price variants, we kind of had given you a gist that how the Vistara Infinite Vistara cards stand against the other cards, and you must have noticed that across all the variants, our cards mostly give a better proposition or at par proposition compared to all the cards that are there. Right. So similarly, we'll be covering for all other products as well. So Nandini, thanks for covering the Vistara bit. Now we will move ahead. The second variant that we will cover is your privilege. Yeah. So for privilege, I will request Nishan to take over. So Nishan manages privilege. So he will cover the basic product features and benefits that we have for privilege. Yeah, Nishan.
Hey, hi, Manas. Hi, everyone. So privilege is one of the cards which is given like with the first year free as a first year free proposition for all the priority customers. And this is one of the cards which is known for earning a lot of reward points on every spend that you do. It's majorly this card has been designed in such a way that be it you achieve spend milestones or even your regular spends, this card helps you earn a lot of edge reward points. And those edge reward points can be achieved at various redemption portals created by Axis Bank. Apart from the priority customers, if anyone else, any other customers trying to avail the privilege card, it comes at a joining an annual fee of 1,500. However, for priority customers, the first year is free, but from next year onwards, the fee, 1,500 fee starts getting levied to the customers as an annual fee. Coming to the how much people earn, this with this card, while you are earning 10 edge reward points on every 200 rupees spend, you also get 8 domestic lounge visits. And on every year, whenever you renew the privilege card, you end up earning 3,000 edge reward points. So that is like another bonus points for you. and the moment any customer joins, so if it is a priority customer that is joining, they all need to activate the card within 30 days. That is a must nowadays. So please make sure whenever you're pitching the card, you tell the customer that they need to activate the card they need to do their transaction within first 30 days to get the welcome benefit on the privilege card. So, sorry, this is it. Yeah. Also, for customers who are for the customers who are paying the joining fee, these customers they get 12,500 edge reward points as their welcome benefit, and for priority customers, the welcome benefit is 6,250 edge reward points. The other very nice feature about this card is whenever a customer is spending and they meet certain milestone, the multiplier that is right now, currently one edge point is 20 paisa, but whenever any customer spends more than 2.5 lakhs annually, they earn 12,500 points at a multiplier of 40 paisa. So if they go to gift your portal, they can actually redeem these points at 40 paisa instead of 20 paisa. So that's how privilege keeps on multiplying. So the privilege card itself is a privilege to earn and redeem more and more points. That's the entire objective. The fuel surcharge and everything as standard credit card practices, we give a 1% surcharge waiver, and we have a tie-up with so the customer can go and basis their card they hold, they can actually book tables and get discounts from the respective tables restaurant. In a nutshell, that is privilege waivers. Manas, if you'd like to add more.
Yeah, Nishant. So I think Nishant had covered the basic prime features of a privilege card. As rightly mentioned, it was basically designed in order to give maximum rewards to the client. And as mentioned by Nishant, on every 2.5 lakh spend which is met, the client is basically eligible for a multiplier in terms of the burn that he gets. Here in this slide, yeah, so Nishant, you'd like to cover so the basic features, the basic fees which is associated with privilege.
Yeah, as I mentioned, privilege card comes at a joining and annual fees of 1,500 each. However, for priority customers, the joining fees is free. So that's the privilege what priority customers get for privilege card. These documents are the standard KYC documents to apply for the privilege card. Also, you need minimum salary of 6 lakhs per annum. That is 50,000 per monthly net salary. The activation benefit is you get multi-brand vouchers with 5,000 card activation. So with the moment you are paying the fee on completion of and a completion of first transaction within 30 days, you end up getting certain benefits as well. As I said, milestone benefits. So the moment you spend 2.5 lakh and above, you get 12,500 points, and those points come at a multiplier of 40 paisa, and you can redeem those points in multiples of 5,000. So when you log into gift card portal, customers can redeem those points after milestone in 5,000 multiplier. Annual benefit, I said, whenever card gets renewed, all customers get 3,000 reward points on levy of annual fee or on expense. And so, if they have achieved spend of 2.5 lakh, the fee gets waived off. And if they have not achieved 2.5 lakh, the fee is levied. And if the customer pays the fee of annual fee, then 3,000 reward points are made to the customer account. I think, yeah, those are covered. Man, would
Doesn't
you
have
like to take?
international launch access?
No, it doesn't have international.
Okay.
Yeah, I think here again similar to what we showed, the benchmarking is also shown for a privilege card. So how does it stand up against the other issuers which are giving credit cards in the same price range. So we have kind of compared with HDFC, ICICI, HDFC, Regalia. So if you see that in terms of the welcome benefits or in terms of the Edgestone benefits that are there, obviously privilege card stands almost at par with all our the cards at the same price range, and in certain aspects it's even better. So yeah, so that's it with regards to privilege credit card. The most important thing, as mentioned by Nishant, is that credit card as a proposition is kind of is a first year fee proposition for our priority segment clients, right? Which is obviously the segment which you guys cater to, right? And for the non-priority segment clients, there is a joining fee of 1500. So this is the entry point or the entry variant of card for affluent, which starts from 1500 rupees, and this is a very good card in terms of the reward proposition that it has. So moving ahead, we before we cover Magnus, I'll just cover Select Credit Card, which is basically the second uh, uh, affluent card in terms of the price point it has. So Privilege was priced at 1500. The next variant of card that we have is a Select Credit Card, which is priced at 3000 rupees. So as I covered during the beginning of the presentation, is that similar to the priority proposition that we have for privilege, we also have a similar kind of proposition for Select Credit Card to our Burgundy segment clients. So Select is a lifetime free proposition for our Burgundy segment clients, and for non-Burgundy, there is a charge of 3000 rupees, which is basically as joining fee as well as annual fee. Right. So Select Credit Card was basically designed in order to cater to the lifestyle offerings or the lifestyle benefits that the client will like to have. So Select as a credit card offers uh, discounts or benefits across various lifestyle categories. So when we say lifestyle categories, it's we can see that Select has offerings across Swiggy, across your which is basically your dining, uh, then across entertainment. So it has offers on Book My Show, and for grocery needs, it has offers in the Big Basket. So, uh, so as a welcome benefit or an activation benefit, the clients, when they make a transaction within the first 90 days, they are eligible for a 2000 rupees Amazon voucher. So this Amazon voucher, once the client makes the transaction, the first transaction, he basically someone has actually, I think, unmuted. I'd request to please go back on mute. Yeah, so I was covering the activation benefit for Select Credit Card, which is basically an Amazon voucher of 2000 rupees. This gets triggered to the client's registered mobile number through SMS, and this voucher code can be used in Amazon app for making any purchases that the client wishes to do in Amazon. Similarly to, so this is the activation benefit, which is given to a Select Credit Card holder. Other than this activation benefit, there are other benefits in terms of milestones, right? So when we talk about milestone, there are kind of two milestones. One is at 3 lakhs and the other is at 6 lakhs. The 3 lakhs milestone, once the client hits the 3 lakhs milestone in a year, he is eligible for 5,000 edge reward points. So this 5,000 edge reward points uh, is in uh, is over and above the edge points that he gets when he makes the usual transactions, and these reward points get credited to his account, which the client can use for purchasing it through the Edge reward portal that we have. The second milestone is at 6 lakh rupees, wherein once the client meets the 6 lakhs criteria, the annual fee gets waived off. So obviously the annual fee will only be applicable for a non-Burgundy client, because for a Burgundy client, as we mentioned, that it is a lifetime fee proposition. Other than this milestone benefit, there are also certain annual benefits. So one of the key features that we have in a Select credit card, which is not present in Privilege, is that along with Select credit card, the client also gets a priority pass. So this priority pass can be used by the client for availing the complimentary international lounge accesses, which is kind of a very good benefit. And the complimentary lounges that he gets through a priority pass is basically 6 complimentary visits. And it is mentioned as 12 because once the client does the 3 lakh, once he meets the 3 lakh criteria, he is eligible for additional 6 complimentary visits, right? So 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. So usually he will be eligible for only 6 complimentary visits. But if he does spends of around 3 lakhs in that particular anniversary year, he'll be eligible for another 6 visits, right? So when we talk about complimentary visits, it is only applicable for the primary guest holder. It is not applicable for the guest which is accompanying the primary card holder. The client can accompany the guest, but the guest visits will be charged, right? Also, one important point to note here is that the priority pass, for the priority pass, the client need not apply separately. Once the Select credit card gets delivered to the client and he does a first transaction within 90 days, the priority pass gets triggered to the same mailing address in a separate welcome. So the priority pass does not come along with the Select credit card, but it gets delivered separately once the client does the first transaction. For the domestic lounge access, client need not use the priority pass. He can use the same Select credit card plastic, and the complimentary visits, which is applicable on Select credit card for domestic visits, is 2 per quarter. The other benefits that are present in the Select credit card, which is similar to our other variants as well, is in terms of the fuel surcharge and the dining delight benefit that they have. So similarly to Privilege card and for Atlas as well, the customers will be eligible for 25% discount up to 800 rupees when he books. Basically, when he tries to book for dining in a restaurant using the Easy Diner app or Easy Diner website. So this benefit that the client can avail is for twice a month. And this will only be applicable when he's using his Select credit card and he's making the booking through Easy Diner app. Apart from the dining delight benefit, the reward point structure for Select credit card is that he will be eligible for 10 edge reward points on every 200 rupees that the client spends. This is the base reward points. And we also have a accelerated reward points proposition as well, wherein the client, instead of getting 10 reward points for 200, he is eligible for 10 into 2, it's 20 reward points for every 200 rupees that he spends. So this 2x or accelerated proposition is not applicable for all merchants. It is only applicable for specific retail shopping merchants, which ranges from clothing stores, your apparel stores, your women clothing stores, etc. So these details are present in our website. So I would request basically all the persons attending this session to go through the detailed features and benefits for all our products across our website, which is present. So yeah, so this is kind of a table that we have made wherein we've tried to cover the various fees and the documents and the eligibility criteria which is there. The eligibility criteria is similar to Privilege, which is your 6 lakhs per annum for salaried, and for non-salaried, it is your 6 lakhs ITR. Age criteria is same, which is a minimum age of 18 years and a maximum of 70. The welcome benefits, travel benefits, and other benefits we have already covered. The other benefits section, if you see, in Swiggy, there is a discount of up to 40%, which is up to rupees 200, and this can be used twice. We also have a discount of 20% on Big Basket, which is up to 500 rupees, and this can be availed only once. Apart from these two benefits, there is another benefits which I mentioned, that if a client is booking his ticket through Book My Show, he will be getting a 300 rupees off on the second ticket. So this basically covers a wide range of lifestyle categories, ranging from grocery needs to entertainment needs and to his dining needs, right? So if you see that when we compare Select Credit Card with other cards in the market, which we'll cover in the next slide, you can see that no other card which is priced at this particular price point of 3,000 offers such wide range of benefits. So it's a very good card at this price point, and this is one of the uh, a very good proposition in terms of our affluent card suite that we have. Yeah. So this slide talks about the competition benchmarking that we have kind of done with the HDFC Regalia Gold. So if you see, the joining fees is almost same. It's 2,500 for Regalia, it's 30,000 for Select. But in terms of the welcome benefits and the lounge accesses and the various pen-based milestone and endowment benefits that we have, it is almost better at every aspect. If you see that in terms of the differentiating factor that we have, there are no golf visits which is present for an HDFC Regalia, which is there for our Select Credit Card. So yeah, I think I forgot to cover this. So along with the other benefits that we covered, we also have a complimentary golf visit for our Select Credit Card holder, which is again 6 complimentary golf rounds per year. And along with this 6 complimentary, the client can also avail additional 3 visits if he has done spends of 3 lakh. Right. So if you see that on the various benefits that are there across Big Basket, Swiggy, and Book My Show, these are not present for a HDFC Regalia card. Right? So this is kind of an edge that we have over the HDFC Regalia Gold, which is also priced at the same fee point of 3,000. So yeah, so this covers our Select Credit Card. The next credit card that we have is our Magnus Credit Card. So for Magnus, we have Gajendra, who manages the product. I would request Gajendra to cover Magnus Credit Card. Yeah,
Hi,
Gajendra.
Manas. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the introduction and the description for Select Credit Card. So as Manas explained, Select is a lifestyle credit card which is at a 3,000 fee point. Similarly, Magnus also is a lifestyle based credit card, but at a higher point. And you can, so as you're expecting, since the fee point is higher, everything is an upgrade with respect to the Select Credit Card. So in terms of a welcome benefit, we give a one complimentary one-way ticket through Yatra or Tata Click voucher worth rupees 10,000. So the joining fees and annual fees is 10,000 for this. And for the joining fees, we give an equivalent amount of welcome benefit. And this welcome benefit is not just for the first year, it is also an annual benefit. So that if a customer is paying fees year on year, customer gets either one complimentary ticket through Yatra or Tata Click voucher. So if you see by that logic, upfront we are giving the equivalent amount of the fee to the customer back. So whatever customer uses beyond this point is actually a bonus to the customer, and it's a whole lot of benefits on the credit card. So aside the welcome benefit of which is worth 10,000, we also have a slew of airport benefits. It includes unlimited domestic lounges, unlimited international lounges, and meet and greet service. So we'll go through this line by line. As you can see, the first benefit is 8 complimentary airport meet and assist service. So this is a service which is provided at the registered domestic airports, and this is a concierge service where customer would require to connect with the concierge and book a meet and greet service. So in a meet and greet service, customer will be greeted by a assistant. The assistant will help customer through check-in process, through security process, and till the time the customer has boarded the plane, the assistant will help the customer to each and every step at the airport. It includes managing the luggage, checking in, everything. The next line item is the Priority Pass, which is the international lounge membership program of Axis Bank. And since this is a HNI card and the customers do expect a higher number of lounges with this, so we have given an unlimited number of international lounge access to the primary customer through Priority Pass. In addition to that, customer can also accompany 8 guests with him or her. So, for example, a customer has one primary card and maybe 2 add-on card. So those 2 add-on cards can accompany the primary customer up to 8 times in a year. So the total number of visits the guest can make with the primary customer is up to 8 visits per year. This is for international. For domestic lounges, we have so we don't have any higher limit or check on that. Customer can actually do unlimited domestic lounges visit throughout the registered lounges within India. Then this service is available both for primary as well as add-on credit card holders. The next part is the reward program, which is also the USP of this credit card. If you know about Magnus credit card, you know that you might be knowing that the 1 lakh milestone, monthly milestone is selling like hotcakes in the market, and everyone is talking about this. So the regular edge point earn on the credit card is 12 reward edge points for every 200 rupees spent. On top of it, we also have an accelerated reward points program where customer gets 5x, that is 12 5 is 60 reward points on every 200 spent if customer is spending on Travel Edge portal or on Travel Edge portal or any travel specific website. So you can go through the TNCs and see that which all websites can be eligible for this. But if customer is inclined towards traveling a lot in their lifestyle, and if customer is inclined towards booking the travel through Travelage, then customer can get a lot of return from the spend. So the best part of this is if customer is accruing 1 lakh of spend in a calendar month or more. So on top of the 12 reward points or 5x accelerated reward points which customer will get, customer will also be eligible for a 25,000 edge reward points, which are worth rupees 5,000. So in total, if you sum this up, customer can actually get a return up to 25% off on 1 lakh spend. And this is the highlight of this credit card. Apart from the rewards program, we also have a very decent buy one get one offering on movies through Book My Show. Here, customer can actually get 5 buy one get one offers within a month. So this covers all the new movies which comes in the market, and customer can actually have a good amount of discount on Book My Show. Apart from all these direct benefits, customer also get some benefits on the financial charges. Here, if customer is a high spender and customer is spending more than 15 lakhs in a anniversary year, we reverse all the 10,000 fee which the customer will get, or we won't even levy it to the customer. So customer is actually getting a fee waiver if customer is a high spender. In terms of forex transactions, if customer is inclined towards international transaction, then also this credit card provides a very good proposition to the customer. The markup which is levied on the credit card, which we levy on the Magnus credit card, is very less. And if you compare it with the competition, it is next. It is kind of the lowest in the competition. It is so low that some of the travel cards are even higher than this. So 2% is a very less markup, and it is one of the lowest in the competition, not just in this fee point, but overall industry wide. And again, there is no cash withdrawal on the charges. So if customer is using this credit card on a pinch for cash withdrawal, then we won't levy any charge for that withdrawal. But one thing to be noted is that the debit interest will keep on accruing on that on the cash withdrawal. We also have 1% fuel surcharge waiver, which is standard across all the credit cards. In addition to this, we also have a lower interest rate. So generally, the interest rate on other cards is around 3.6% or higher. Here, we have kept it at only 3%. There's few new charges which you have added to for rent transactions or DCC markups. These are specific transaction-wise conditions. You can go through the website of Magnus Credit Card if you want to know more about these new charges. Other than these financial benefits and direct discounts or edge reward points related programs, we also have a concierge service, which is live 24/7 for the customer. So customer can call this concierge service and either book these complimentary meet and assist services, or know about the product, or know or kind of raise any new request, for example, a hotel booking, hotel room booking, or restaurant booking. So these kind of things customer can book through a dedicated concierge service. Similarly, customer can also connect with concierge service for specific medical services as well. So if you go through the Magnus Credit Cards website, you will be able to see the scenarios in which customer can connect with our concierge with respect to medical situations or programs. Yeah, Manas, can we go to the next slide?
Yeah, Gajendra. So I think this is another slide that we have. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So this will talk about the eligibility criteria for this for this credit card, as well as the key terms and conditions. So I won't dwell into each terms and condition. You can go through it separately. The only condition here in terms of documentation is that customer would require an 18 lakh or above salary or ITR for both salaried as well as self-employed respectively. All the documentation part would be similar to any other card, that is Aadhaar based eKYC or ITR or salary slips. And in addition to that, if customer is a NRI client, then NRI specific documentation would also be required. You can follow these TNCs. We will share these slides with you. You can go through the TNC. In case you have any query or questions, you can route it back to us.
Yeah, thanks, Gajendra. So I think
markup.
Sorry, markup is 2%. So what was the query? What is markup?
Yes, right.
So yeah, so thanks for the query. So markup fees is the fees which a bank levy on a foreign transaction. For example, if I'm buying something, so I visited USA and we bought something through the Magnus credit card. So for example, one USD is 80 rupees right now. So the conversion rate won't be 80, it will be slightly higher than that, because bank would also levy some charges on that. So 2% is the percentage which will be multiplied by the conversion rate. So 2% of 80, so 80 plus 2% of 80 would be the applied charge. So markup is that additional fees which is levied on that conversion rate.
Okay.
So this works both ways. For example, a transaction is converted from USD to INR, then a buy rate would be applied, and if in the other way around, a sell rate would be applied. So conversion rate has two rates: one is buy, one is sell. So it depends on which way the transaction conversion is happening. That's why. So the markup would be applied on those buy or sell rates. I hope that answers
DCC
your
markup.
Yeah, Krupal, pata hai na?
Sir, DCC markup is 1% of. I'm not getting for of what which amount it is 1%.
So Krupal, I'll do one thing. I'll drop a link in the chat for our MITC. There we have clearly laid out all the conditions, all the new transactions. I'm shipping. मैंने चैट में डाल दिया तो पहले एक बार आप देख लीजिए.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So I understand that obviously we have covered many things. We will not be able to grasp in everything at once. So what we will do is after the end of the session, we will share it across with Rintu, all the specific TNCs and the website links for each and every product. And I will also share the various FAQs which are associated in terms of the generic credit card terminologies that we have, so that it's easier for you guys to go through them at a later stage. And in case of any queries, you can anyways reach out to us. So yeah, so yeah, please.
Sorry, sir, interrupting you. Hello.
No problem. Yeah, please tell.
सर दिस है सुनील. एक्चुअली मैं सर ना अभी तक उसमें चैट बॉक्स में भी मैसेज डाला था कि ये सॉफ्ट कॉपी अवेलेबल होगा ताकि सर हम अगर कस्टमर के पास जाएं तो उसको सॉफ्ट कॉपी के थ्रू सॉल्व कर सकते हैं.
Yeah. So we will be sharing the deck with you, and obviously there are certain one pages also there, जो आप refer कर सकते हो. And so these are anyways available in the public domain, right? So I think you can share it with your customers as well. That's not an issue.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, one question.
So, yeah.
Sir, in this current slide for the Magnus card, this airport benefit section. So there is 8 additional guest visits. So what is it? Can you explain it again?
Right, Shubham. So you have raised it correctly. So the 8 additional guest visits are for all the guests who are accompanying the primary customer. So what happens in real life scenarios is that, for example, one family is traveling. Out of that family of 4, for example, only one person will have Magnus credit card, for example, right? So generally the lounge facility on cards is only for the primary credit card holder. So it doesn't mean that the 3 person will remain outside and one will go. So here what we have done is that we have given 8 additional guest visits. So for example, there is a family of 4, one is entering, one is having the Magnus credit card. The other 3 can avail the benefit of the lounge out of this 8 quota. And for the primary credit card holder, there's no upper limit. The primary credit card holder can visit unlimited times, but the accompanied guest, those guests can be add-on credit card holders or any other guests. Those guests can avail the benefit up to 8 times.
Understood, sir. Understood. So if 3 persons are traveling with the main card holder, so they can travel almost 2 times.
Correct, yeah.
They will also be able to get the complimentary benefit. They won't be charged. So that's an additional benefit that we allow with Magnus credit card.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, so moving ahead, I think we'll cover one more card, which is another very good proposition that we have in terms of travel benefits. So that is your Atlas credit card. And we have with us Ritika, who manages Atlas. I'd request Ritika to cover the Atlas product features and benefits.
Hi everyone. So I'm sure you guys are tired, but I'll try to finish it in brief. So Atlas credit card comes as at a price point of 5,000 plus taxes. So if you see what we give against this 5,000 rupees, we give 5,000 edge miles as a welcome benefit against the 5,000 fee. Also, getting these 5,000 edge miles is really easy. The customer just has to do one transaction within 30 days of the card issuance date. So within 30 days, if they do one transaction, they'll get 5,000 edge miles. Now you will ask me what are edge miles. So edge miles is one of the other loyalty currencies at Axis Bank. So we have 2 currencies. One is your edge reward points, which is there on cards like Select and Magnus. And Edge Mile is the currency which is currently live for my Atlas credit card. Edge reward points value is 20 paisa, whereas the value of this Edge Mile is 1 rupee. So Edge Mile is like almost, you can say, 5 times more valuable than the Edge reward points. So basically the 5,000 Edge Miles that I'm giving as welcome benefit is equivalent to your 5,000 rupees. So basically ये 5,000 रुपए उनको एक्सेस के करेंसी एज माइल्स में it's अब customer के पास है. Now what does the customer do with the edge miles? Because everything on Atlas is in terms of Edge Miles. Atlas is a proprietary travel-based card that we have at Axis, and everything is in terms of Edge Miles. I just want to know once, do you guys know about Travel Edge, or should I talk about it once? Because everything, all the redemption options for Atlas are on Travel Edge.
So I think Ritika, I think it's a good forum. I think you can cover it in brief. I think it will be
Okay.
helpful for everyone. So yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll just open Travel Edge and show. I hope you can see my screen. So this is Travel Edge. Travel Edge is basically an Axis Bank portal. This is very similar to other platforms like Make My Trip or GoIBIB or Yatra, jahan se people do tickets, right? So this is Travel Edge, which is an Axis Bank solution, jahan se people can do tickets. So here I have like 4 options. So for Atlas, I have 4 redemption options. One is like booking flight tickets. So here customers can easily book flight tickets. So and one of the benefits of Travel Edge is that there is no convenience fees. Wherever you book your tickets through, Make My Trip or Yatra, so there's a convenience fee of almost 500 rupees that is charged at the end of every booking. So what that is there, the customer can save on that 500 rupees on Travel Edge. So that is the benefit, right? There's no convenience fee. So one can book flight tickets, hotels, experiences, or they can transfer it to the partners. So coming to transfer it to the partners, so this is one of the USPs of Atlas, that you can transfer your points to the partners. And currently, if you'll see, we have like 19 partners for the miles conversion program. So what the customer can do, they can also transfer this into 1:2 ratio. So my 1 edge mile is equal to 2 partner points. So जो welcome benefit का 5000 edge miles मिला है, वो partner में transfer कर सकते हैं, वो 10,000 points हो जाएगा. And you can easily get 2 अगर suppose one of my partners is Vistara, right? Club Vistara. So they can easily get ये 5,000 rupees 5,000 rupees भरा, उनको 5,000 edge miles मिला, which can be transferred to Club Vistara points. So 10,000 Club Vistara points हो गया. उसमें they can easily, if you see average कोई भी ticket का value, if you go 3-4 हजार CV points में होता है, तो easily उनकी 2 से 3 tickets निकल जाएगी. So against the card fee that the customer is paying, they can easily do 2 domestic tickets, or else they can ITC. If you know ITC के इतने अच्छे hotels है जैसे, right? तो उसमें easily उनको 8,000 points में, और उनके पास और 2,000 points रह जाएंगे, right? So ये जो partners है उसमें convert होके मेरी value double हो जाती है, right? तो इससे customers को बहुत
इसमें एयर इंडिया या इंडिगो नहीं है क्या?
So there is no Air India or Indigo in terms of conversion, but if you want to book any ticket, right? So मैंने आपको first option दिखाया था ना, flights का option. तो Air India या Indigo की आपको टिकट करनी है तो आपको यहाँ पर मिल जाएगी. ये फ्लाइट्स और होटल्स में आपको सारे फ्लाइट जो भी आपके पार्टनर्स है, राइट, उसके मिल जाएंगे. बट जब डबल होती है ना, तो उस वाले का पार्टनर में मेरा एयर इंडिया या इंडिगो नहीं है. बट मेरे को फ्लाइट टिकट अगर करवानी हो ना, कोई भी एयर इंडिया की फ्लाइट की टिकट जो 5,000 के विद इन है, तो वो मैं इजिली यहाँ से करवा सकती हूँ. और हाँ, तो आई हैव 19 पार्टनर्स, बट इफ यू वांट डोमेस्टिक में हमारे पार्टनर्स है विस्तारा, राइट? विस्तारा का कार्ड भी है, वो अपना क्लब विस्तारा एक पार्टनर है. फिर आईटीसी एक पार्टनर है. आईटीसी में काफी प्रीमियम होटल्स आते हैं, राइट? इफ यू सी, तो इजीली आपके क्या कहते हैं, आईटीसी में वेलकम होटल्स भी आते हैं, राइट? तो वो वेलकम होटल्स का आपका वन नाइट इजीली 4,000 पॉइंट्स में आ जाती है. एंड
एक्सेस को याद आया ना कि मैं पीबीआरएम बन गई तो समय बाद जब छोड़. अरे ट्रेनिंग चल रही है मेरी ऑनलाइन, तो मैं इधर ही घूम रही हूँ.
भावना, I request you to be on mute, please.
नहीं, मैं बेंच पे आई हूँ, तो मैं अभी तो आई हूँ गाड़ी पे. नहीं, अब मेरे को जाना है कहीं.
भावना मैडम प्लीज म्यूट.
Okay, so if you see ITC, right, तो ITC में वेलकम होटल आता है, उसमें 4,000 पॉइंट्स पे यू कैन इजीली गेट 1 रूम. सो अगर आप बोलो आपके 5,000 एज माइल्स के अगेंस्ट आपको 10,000 ग्रीन पॉइंट्स मिल जाएंगे, तो आपकी 2 नाइट्स ITC में हो जाएगी, राइट? सो ऐसे जितने भी पार्टनर्स हैं, वी हैव लाइक वेरी गुड पार्टनर्स. इसमें अगर आप कोई भी people convert करेंगे, they can easily get like 2 domestic flight tickets, 2 domestic night free हो गई, तो आप क्या बोलो, आप 5,000 का एक कार्ड भर रहे हो, वहां तो ये मिल गया, तो उतने में तुम्हारा वैल्यू तो कार्ड का उधर ही आ जाता है, राइट? So that is the welcome benefit. Manas, can you project the slide?
मैम मैम
Yeah.
हेलो
हाँ
मैम
पूछो.
वो जो लिंक आप गूगल में भी दिखाए थे, वो लिंक थोड़ा भेज सकते हैं चैट बॉक्स में,
हाँ
www.travel-edge।
मैं भेजती हूँ.
जी जी मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
Okay, so one of my welcome benefits is you will get the 5,000 edge miles. Now coming to the USP of the product. So as I told, everything can be earned in terms of edge miles. So if you see for Atlas, the earning rate is 2 edge miles per rupees 100 spent on any category and 5 edge miles per rupees 100 spent on travel. So if someone is spending on spending on normal spends. So if you see on Magnus also, the earn rate is 200 rupees per you get 12 edge reward points. So that is the earn rate is 1.2%. But when it comes to Atlas, the earn rate is 2%. Like if I only spend on any other spends and not airline travel related spends, so the earn rate is 2%. And if I spend on travel related spends, now travel related spends if if anyone makes any tickets on Travel Edge, or they make any tickets on the airline website, or the machine at the airport, right? If you go to the airport Air India counter and you swipe your Atlas card, so you will then also get 5 edge miles, means 5% 5% is the earn rate. So my earn rate for Atlas is 2% on normal spends and 5% is my accelerated earn that I give on travel, and travel includes any hotel, any airline. If you go and swipe your card or go to any of the websites, suppose if you want to Trident, if you want to go to a website pe jaake if someone books, then they'll also get 5%. So this is the USP of my product, that I have 5% on travel and 2% on all other spends. Now coming to the benefits, like customer will spend and they'll keep on earning the miles, right? So what Manas, can you go to the second slide once? With this okay. Yeah. So coming to the Atlas so as the customer spends more, I want to incentivize them to spend more. So as soon as the customer reaches the milestone of 3 lakh rupees spends, they will be given 2,500 edge miles. When the customer reaches the spends milestone of 7.5 lakh rupees, they will be given another 5,000 edge miles. So basically 3 lakh spends karne pe they are given 2,500 edge miles, 7.5 lakhs karne pe 5,000 more. So total spends, khali spends ke they'll get 7,500 edge miles. And whenever the customer takes the card, they are in the silver tier, and whenever they reach the 7.5 lakh milestone, they go to the gold tier. Right. So, what's the difference between silver and the gold tier? So, in silver tier, I have domestic lounge access in which I'll give 8 visits, and international lounge में 4 visits. But one of the good things about Atlas is that you can take these visits include guests also. So either 4 visits hai, usme it could be like 1 primary holder and you could take 3 guests with yourself, or it could be 2. So I can take my guests also. And coming to the gold tier, it is 12 domestic lounge visits and 6 international lounge visits. So one thing that if you see domestic and international lounge, both visits have increased. One thing that you see, we have airport concierge service, something that Gajendra had talked about for Magnus. That comes in Atlas at the gold tier. That they'll get 2 complimentary visits where you can book the concierge service and someone will assist you throughout your journey. Now coming to, if the customer keeps on spending and they spend 15 lakhs, so they'll get 10,000 edge miles more. So if you see if someone has spent 15 lakhs, so what they'll get at the starting welcome benefit of 5,000 miles, then 3 lakhs per they'll get 2,500 edge miles, then 7.5 lakhs per they'll get 5,000 edge miles, then वापस 15 lakh per they get 10,000 edge miles, right? So itne sare miles they can earn. So that is why my milestone benefit I've rated is up to 17,500 edge miles. So 2,500, 5,000, 10,000. So up to 17,500 edge miles is what they can earn. Now coming to platinum tier, domestic lounge has increased, international lounge has increased, airport concierge 2 का 4 हो गया, and there's this one thing that we have in Atlas is an airport pickup service, and this airport pickup service में से कोई normal आपकी मारुति या स्विफ्ट डिजायर ऐसा कोई गाड़ी नहीं आती. They have luxury cars that the customers are given an option. All the Mercedes, Audi, BMW, they are given options. A luxury car will come them to pick up at the airport or drop at the airport, so they can book it in advance. So this is one of the features that we have. That is like we have in Axis. We have it only on Reserve, and Reserve is a 50K card. But Atlas Pay, if someone is spending 15 lakhs, so they can easily get the airport pickup service. Coming to my annual benefit, another customer has paid the fees again. So what do we give to? Yeah, hello. Yeah.
एयरपोर्ट कंसीजर सर्विस क्या है?
एयरपोर्ट concierge जो बताया था ना कि जो एयरपोर्ट मीट एंड ग्रीट, एयरपोर्ट असिस्टेंस, वो जो someone will assist you throughout your airport journey. Like if you are going for an international flight, immigration maybe you can have a shorter line, and for the boarding also you are taken through that VIP line. So someone will assist you till the time you sit in the flight. That meet and assist thing. I hope it's clear. I'm not sure who asked this.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming to my annual benefit, so the fees is 5,000 again. So what is the annual benefit? So if the customer, so now the ek saal ho gaya, and if the customer has spent in the previous year, the customer has spent around 4 or 5 lakhs, and the customer is in silver tier. They have not been upgraded to the gold tier, so their annual benefit will be 2,500 edge miles. If in the previous year the customer has spent suppose 8 lakhs or something, so the customer has come to gold tier, so their annual benefit will be 5,000 edge miles. And if in the previous year the customer was in platinum tier, they'll get 10,000 edge miles. So this my annual benefit also varies according to the tier. And all the edge miles that the customer accumulates, they can easily use for the 4 redemption options that I had spoken earlier. Manas, can you take to the next slide? Yeah. So here I've calculated that if someone is making a monthly spends of 65,000, and if someone is spending on the card 65,000 per month, which is like nominal, like easily someone coming to the income criteria that we have set for Atlas, someone can easily spend 65,000. So that means the customer is spending 7.8 lakhs on the card in a year. So how much miles will they accumulate? So welcome benefit 5,000 miles, milestone benefits, because this customer is spending 7.8 lakh right in the year. So milestone benefit के 2,500 miles, फिर वापस 7.5 lakh hit करने पे they'll get 5,000 miles. So total मेरे इसमें आ गए 12,500 miles. उसके बाद ये मेरे airport benefits आ गए. Now customer has spent something, so I'll be giving them miles on spends also. So here I'm assuming that 40%, since it's a travel agnostic card, right? People who are more inclined towards travel will take it. So I'm assuming that there are 40% spends on airlines, hotels, which is this travel thing, and there is 60% other spends. So if you remember, your airline hotel spends pay my earn rate is 5%, and on other spends my earn rate is 2%. So travel पे ही उसको 15,600 miles मिल जाएंगे, और बाकी spends पे उसको 9,360. So basically अगर पूरे साल में someone is spending 65,000 per month और साल भर के वो 7.8 lakh spend कर रहे हैं, तो they'll get 37,500 miles. अगर आप 37,500 miles को इसमें ही रखोगे, और you can convert it into partner points. So partner points में convert करने के बाद they'll get वो इसके double हो जाएंगे, and उससे वो easily almost 10 flight tickets or 10 hotel bookings निकाल सकते हैं. Similarly, I've shown the calculation if someone is spending 1 lakh per month, and if someone is spending 1.25 lakh per month. Manas, you can take on the next slide. Yeah, we have listed down the competition benchmarking as well. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, and there's not much to explain here. Next slide. Yeah, this is the value chart. So जो भी benefits आते हैं हर tier में, we have mapped के international lounge visits. So 4 international lounge visits मिलती है, तो all the lounge visits cost us something around 2000 something. So 4 international lounge visits की value is 8100. So similarly for all the benefits that we have given, value कितनी realize होती है, we put in terms of rupees. So if someone has spending 3 lakhs, उसको Atlas पे almost 35,000 का value realize hoga rupees mein, and this is when they are not utilizing the miles transfer program. If they will convert the miles to partner points, then it will increase. Similarly, we have calculated for gold tier and platinum tier as well. Manas, next slide. Manas, next slide. This is a platinum. Okay, I guess we are done on Atlas. Anyone has any questions?
ये miles point only, we cannot redeem it, right? Through cash.
No, it is not cash.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
redeem it on Travelers, or you can convert it
Booking
in the
only.
partner points. But to be honest, it is better than cash pay whenever banks are having redemption, right? So the value is really less. But if I'm
हाँ.
getting to book a same value ka flight ticket, right? So isn't it good that I'm getting my flight ticket? Like मेरे को
हाँ,
full
मतलब मेरे
value
को हर
मिल रहा
साल
है
ट्रैवल
उसका.
करना ही पड़ेगा.
हाँ, yeah. So this is the eligibility
Ma'am, how
criteria.
we can calculate this miles point?
Sorry?
Hello.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how we calculate this miles point, that how we'll get the amount in form of
Okay.
that we can
So
utilize for the booking of next flight.
okay, for you. So you're asking how many miles do we need for the flight, right?
No, how
आप
we
हाँ.
calculate?
What do you want to calculate
ये हम
exactly? I'm
कैसे
sorry.
कैलकुलेट करेंगे कि कितने पॉइंट्स पे क्या मिलेगा, कितने अमाउंट रिडीम हो सकता है, मतलब
Okay, so आप बोल रहे हो कि अगर आपने कार्ड पे 50,000 खर्चा किया तो आपको कैलकुलेट करना है कि आपको कितने माइल्स मिलेंगे.
जी, और कैसे मिलेंगे ये जानना है. मतलब उसमें मान लीजिए
Okay.
जैसे 24,000 के माइल्स मुझे अर्न होता है, तो उसमें कितना अमाउंट मैं मतलब यूटिलाइज कर सकता हूँ नेक्स्ट फ्लाइट बुकिंग या वो सब.
No, you can utilize all. अगर if you have जैसे आपको 5,000 आपने वेलकम बेनिफिट एक ट्रांजैक्शन किया and आपको वेलकम बेनिफिट मिल गया of the 5,000 edge miles, right? So as soon as you get that, all the TAT is returned, like all the like time is returned on the website. So basically, if you do a transaction, usually transaction के within 3-4 days, so easily you get the miles in your account. And there's a mobile dashboard that if you go on to Access mobile app, so we have a dashboard where you can see that these are the miles, and so all that after doing a transaction, maximum within 1 week you will get your miles. And if you are reaching a milestone or something, so what we have written on website is like 2 months, but usually it gets credited within 15 days. Like all your milestones and everything will also get credited. And you can instantly use it. As soon as it gets credited into your account, you can use those miles. There is no like a period that you need to wait for using. Is it clear? I'm sorry, Ankit. Yeah.
Ma'am, that means if we are getting 5,000 miles, then in the next flight booking we can utilize this 5,000 in form of rupees. That would be
Basically, so if you are having 5,000 edge miles and you go to Travel Edge, right, and you book, so आपका suppose flight ticket is of 6,000 rupees, then 5,000 आपके पास edge miles पड़े, so you'll only have to pay your 1,000 rupees to your card. You can instantly use it whenever you get the edge miles in your account.
Yeah, that I wanted to know. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
That's clear now. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other question? Any other question? I mean, I guess Manas, there are no more questions, so we can wrap it up.
Yeah, very good.
Atlas card.
Someone I think has asked a question.
Card? Which card is this one? Atlas
So
Miles feature.
yeah, so Rintu, I think we have covered all the affluent cards that we had, and we had also covered the terminologies and the fees and charges, etc. So I would understand, obviously, the team might have certain queries, and for that, I will be sharing the deck with you. I will also share the various URL websites for each and every product and the FAQs, so that the team can go through them, and instead, in case of any queries that they have, they can reach out to us. So I think, obviously,
Sir,
all the
is there any
questions will.
option to find out
Yep,
all
yes.
these details through the Engage Flow?
Rintu, I would like you to answer that. I didn't get the question.
Can you please repeat your questions?
Manas, can you just share this Atlas ka joining criteria? Eligibility.
They are not audible to you. Your voice is breaking.
Yeah, I think what I
He's
forgot
asking
who
on the Atlas
eligibility criteria. Yeah.
eligibility criteria. Yeah.
So we will share with you. So as I mentioned that not only for Atlas, we'll be sharing with you all the eligibility criteria, the fees, and the product benefits that we have across all our products. So this deck will also be shared, and you can get in touch with him too. We'll be able to share you the detailed deck on this.
Just Maras, one minute, since someone had asked the eligibility criteria for Atlas. So if it's a salaried employed, so it's 9 lakh rupees income, and if it's a self-employed person, we are looking at 12 lakhs income as a eligibility criteria.
Great. So Rintu, anything else
Yeah.
that we should cover, and how should we take it out now?
Yeah, fine. Great. Thank you so much to Manas and your team. It is an appreciate to all of you. That is a wonderful session we have given to us. Thank you so much once again, Manas and your team.
Thank you guys, and very warm welcome and respect to all of you. We'll be sharing you the decks, and I would request everyone to go through them. And in case of any queries, you can reach out to Rintu.
Sure.
So that's it from our side. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, respective RMs. So next we have a session with Jacob and Jacob and Runa will be joining at 3:45. So we'll have a 10 minutes break. So quickly you go and have a cup of tea and get a refresh, and we'll be joining shortly at 3:45 for current account session will be there. So quickly you can go and have a cup of tea and get a fresh. Okay, and we'll be joining at 3:45. So okay.
Sir, link will be the same or any other link will
Yeah,
be
same link,
provided?
same link, same thing. Same link. You don't go for any other link. It is the same link. Be here in the session. Don't go out. Okay. Be log in the mobile or laptop. If you have login, be in the session. So at 3:45 we'll start sharply. Okay. With current account we'll have the session. So you can go and have a cup of tea and get fresh and come back to the session. The same link. Same link. There is no different link. Same link. Here itself the session will start.
When the session will start?
3:45.
So we need to leave this session?
I repeat so many times her link. It is the same link. You don't have to go to any other link. In the same link, we'll be continuing with current account also.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, hi. Welcome back to the session once again.